Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question, what is Parasite Eve? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about Parasite Eve and have always been curious. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. So I've had a lot of people mention Parasite Eve to me. They said, have you ever played it, and so on. And I can understand now why people have been asking, because it was produced by Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy. And the main artist on it was Tetsuya Nomura. And even recently, the producer of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Yoshinori Kitase, actually said that not reusing the characters of Parasite Eve would potentially be a waste. The Night Sky Prince did a very good video exploring that side of things, which I will link in the description. So, in the background of the video is the trailer to the third game in the Parasite Eve series called The Third Birthday, that was released for PSP. So let me quickly read this to you. So Parasite Eve is a 1998 action role-playing survival horror video game developed and published by Square Enix. The game is a sequel to the novel Parasite Eve, written by Hideaki Senna. It is also the first game in the Parasite Eve video game series. The story follows New York City police officer Aya Bria over a 6-day span in 1997 as she attempts to stop the Eve, a woman who plans to destroy the human race through spontaneous human combustion. Players explore levels set in areas of New York while utilizing a pausable real-time combat system along with several role-playing game elements. Parasite Eve was Square Enix's first M-rated game and the first major American and Japanese game development collaboration for the company. It was produced by Hironobu Sakaguchi and directed by Takashi Tokita. Music for the title was composed by Yoko Shimomura, who was widely acclaimed for her work to create an inorganic and emotionless soundtrack that saw 2 album releases. Parasite Eve received positive reviews. Critics praised the graphics and gameplay, but found that the overall game too linear with little replay potential. The video game adaptation was part of a resurgence of popularity in Japanese horror sparked by the original book, and was released alongside a film adaptation and 2 manga comics, one based on the book and the other on the video game. The original title was also followed by 2 video game sequels, Parasite Eve 2 in 1999 and The Third Birthday, which is what you're seeing, in 2010, and was re-released on the PlayStation Network in 2010. So what I'm going to do as part of this What Is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources in the description down below, and also links to other videos that I found about the game. So from what I understand, from what people are telling me and what I've been reading, is that Parasite Eve is one of those underrated gems for the original PlayStation, and people are dying or begging for a remake. Even though it wasn't widely acclaimed at the time. It's like since then, people absolutely have loved it. Now, the main competition for survival horror at the time were games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and so on. And obviously, Resident Evil is still going very, very strong. So, but this game did have its own take on the genre, sort of thing. It had a lot more RPG in it compared to the other survival horror games out there. And also, what I'm going to do as well, fellow YouTuber The Gaming Bolt did a really good video breaking down the entire series, and then also talking about like the idea of a remake and whatever happened to the series and so on. So, like I said, a lot of people mentioned this game to me. I felt a need to cover it in the What Is series. Let me know in those comments down below. Have you played Parasite Eve? What do you think of it? Did you like it? And so on. Because back then, in that sort of era, personally, I was into Nintendo 64 and Sega Saturn. I wasn't a PlayStation 1 guy. So that's the reason why I missed a lot of these classic games, basically, which I'm covering now. So I didn't really get into PlayStation until PlayStation 2, sorry to say. So, yeah. So, like I say, guys, and the last thing I'll mention is that what people have told me is that the controlling and stuff wasn't that great, but neither were they for Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil games. So I think the idea simply is that some people argue that if the controls are really, really annoying, it makes the horror even worse. Like, it makes it harder to play because basically you are trying your best to move around and stuff like that, and make sure that you survive. So yeah, so maybe one day, if they ever remaster it for PlayStation 4, whatever, I will check this game out. And it's a game, like I said, a lot of people have mentioned it, so I hope you're happy with my interpretation of it. And like I said, guys, if you have any other resources which might be really useful for me to add to the description, let me know in those comments down below, and I'll be sure to add them to the description section. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.